Greetings, dear ones. I am Diana, goddess of light. It is very important for you at this time to create for yourself a magical cocoon of light to vibrate in. It is very important to take some time to realize who you are and what you have come to do. It is these things which may sound so trivial and perhaps not all that important to some, that separates you from the rest. In saying there is a separation, do understand that this separation is not in any way related to anything of a lower frequency vibration, such as your ego vibration, or perhaps your need for ego vibration. The vibration that separates you from everyone else is in fact the frequency intent that you gave some time ago. To be very honest with you, your frequency intent comes from lifetimes ago. It is not only something that is gifted to you in this lifetime, but it's something that you are working on or have been working on for many lifetimes. Where you are at now, in this lifetime, is then in fact an accumulation of great achievements and expectations that you've had over several lifetimes. Dear beautiful beings, do understand that the reason why many of you are feeling so exhausted, it is because you need rest. Your bodies need to rest. You perhaps are in denial in some way in realizing what is actually transpiring within you. You have set for the intent to take place, to change your frequency, to change your vibration, and for you to change as a being. Not so. Yes? And in so doing, because you have set for the intent to change the frequency of your being, you must physically feel the changes taking place. Perhaps you do. Perhaps some of you are in denial about that. Dear beautiful beings, we have told you for many years that in fact on a biological level your body is changing from carbon into crystalline. The frequency that you vibrate on is changing from that into crystalline. The frequency that you are thinking in is shifting. So instead of just shifting frequency in a lower frequency vibration, you are now becoming to feel very comfortable in theta consciousness. You are becoming comfortable in actually tapping into delta consciousness. Therefore, your body, your physicality, apart from the fact that many of the light workers have problems with their body weight, your bodies are changing. And you know, many years ago, there was a very similar process in the early 2000s, where people had a problem with maintaining their body weight. And we told you back then that you needed to be heavier to anchor your frequency. Well, we are telling you once again that you needed to be heavier to hold this frequency. But now it's time for you to start letting go of that. Yes? Now it's time to lift yourself. And to lift yourself, the lighter you can be within yourself, the better you are going to cope with that frequency. So we are not taking the punishment out on you for allowing yourself to expand sideways. We are saying, perhaps now it's time to pull in the reins a little. Yes? Okay. To watch your physicality, to be more active, not simply in the food that you're eating, but very much in your vibrational frequency of how you find yourself to create time to relax. You think because you are perhaps a little larger, you need to be very busy, but it's not like that. It does not work like that, in fact. What is happening on an energetic level is your minds are racing away with you at a speed faster than light. And you are trying to control your physicality by being anchored back into your body. And thus you perhaps gift yourself some extra things, which is good. But at the same time, you are not giving yourself enough rest. You need to rest. You need to spend as much time as you can in nature, or being outdoors, or being amongst plants and animals, rather than to be focused on that which contaminates you within the frequency that you live, within the stress that you are finding yourself in your daily jobs, into your daily life, and all of the stresses that you take on for yourself. So with the frequency changing in you, you need to slow down just a little so that you are giving yourself time to catch up to yourself. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Yes. Anyone not agreeing with me on that? Dear beautiful beings, you have asked for the frequency to shift and to change. And it is because of that request that you are sitting here in these circles today. It is because of that frequency that you are feeling somehow frustrated today. For you are not fitting in to the general map that is out there. You somehow feel that you are not connected to the area that you wish to connect to the fifth dimension and higher. And you are finding yourself hanging in limbo between the two yet again. Not so?
Yes.
So very important to rest. To anchor into yourself some pleasures that will benefit you. Relaxation, reading creative material, watching creative movies, taking the mind away from the everyday stress that so easily contaminates that which you project out to others. Do not become obsessed about anything, for change is at hand. And if you are comfortable with change, you will be comfortable in your skin. As your body is shifting and changing every day, so the very frequency that you find yourself within is changing. And the reason why I have come through to give you this message this morning is because, as Diana and as many other goddesses working within the same energy, Pala Athena, the goddess Isis, we all work together to help bring humanity, and specifically more light workers, into a more fine-tuned focus. Into a more fine-tuned focus. So in other words, we are all working with you collectively behind the scenes to help you to stay focused on that which you must, and at the same time to leave the other blurry visions away, to leave it behind, to let it go, to simply let every energy that still controls you in some way, in a negative way, simply roll away from you. Let it go. Dear beautiful beings, the importance of staying focused and aiming your goal on something that is important to you is so great. It is so incredible. And now more than ever, there is a desperate plea from the spiritual realms for you to get back into that energy, to get back into that zone, and to understand that you are not like everyone else. Not everyone that you find in your life, in your family, in the street, is able to come to sit here and listen to these goddesses speak. Yes? Yes. Most will find it rather scary or perhaps weird, or perhaps they would think that you have just all completely lost your plots. Whatever the choice of thought is for them is not important. What is important here is the choice of thought you are making for yourself. You have decided to take on your light workership in this lifetime for you to shift your frequency, and even if I have to personally run behind your bum with my bow and arrow, we will get you there. But you cannot lose focus. For that is the one thing, dear beautiful beings, we can poke you, but we cannot force your focus. Now, I have done so many channelings with you before on staying focused. Perhaps what you should do in your leisure time is to recap on that, to recap on all of the wonderful information that we have given you on being focused. The time is now for you to, even more so than ever, fine-tune your desires. For your desires is what will help you to fine-tune your way to find direction. So first of all is to decide for yourself what is your higher desire. Thereafter, you take that desire and you bring it into a new way so that that desire can reveal to you your need for change and what you need to do to implement that change. Be it change in activity, or change in recreation, or change in the way that you rest, for that is very, very important. The process of shifting energies when it comes to your planet as a whole, as a collective energy, is moving along very well, believe it or not. There are great changes taking place all over. There are great changes taking place individually and also within groups. You will find that more and more people are becoming more relaxed with a lot of the spiritual terminologies than that they previously were. You will also find, as that happens, an uprising of those who are so low in frequency that they are unable to handle the new shifts and changes on your planet. And unfortunately, as my brother Kutumia shared previously, these are the things that you're going to have to go through to face for you to be able to finally release yourself from the clutches of these lower vibrations. And the easiest way for you to do it, and you know it, is to get back into your spiritual zone and do not allow the third dimensional frequency to affect your fifth dimensional outcome, your fifth dimensional focus, your fifth dimensional intention of where you wish to be. We do understand that it is very difficult to juggle the reality of a third dimensional life with a desired fifth dimensional outcome. We understand that better than anyone else. But what we are asking you to do is to remember you are human angels. To remember that as you have a third dimensional physicality that becomes so challenging for you, so do you have a fifth dimensional frequency that can be there to uplift you in these times of challenge. And that's the one you sometimes forget about. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Therefore, my message to you today, in helping you change your frequency, is here to remind you that by bringing your focus and your intention back into alignment, that you will actually help yourself to shift your frequency when you are in need. When the third dimensional frequency gets too much for you, light a candle, light some incense, and tell it to just go away. When your life becomes too much in the third dimension, always remember, dear beautiful beings, always remember that at the end of the day is the dimension of illusion. That's all it is. You have come to live this life, to work through it, not to suffer through it. The ultimate of this energy, of the reason why you have incarnated onto this planet, is for you to ascend in your physical, spiritual mastery vibration. And what has got a third dimensional destructive vibration got to prevent you from achieving that which you've come to achieve. Do not allow that. And if you do not allow that, you will begin to shift your own frequency in ways that you are actually quite flabbergasted by and absolutely taken back by. But it's when you forget that you are truly immortal and you think that you have to succumb to the mortality of this lower vibration that you give up, that you become so sad, that you become one of someone that is carrying pain, that is carrying sadness, that is carrying the energy of being lost and alone, and you feel that everyone has given up on you. That is not true. We, myself, Diana, and my sisters are here on the inner planes to support each of you through this time. We are here to hold your little wings, to help you up, to pick you up from your despair, to pick you up from your pain, and to help you on your little feet. We are here to hold your wings so that you may hold yourself strong and proud, so that you may come to realize the magnificence that you truly are. But for all of that, you need to bring your side as well. Understand that the only time things really begin to dwindle in front of you is when you move your focus from that which you intend to that which you fear. By moving your focus from your intention to your fears, you are actually disgracing yourself as a spiritual being. And you are actually giving yourself a hell of a lot more credit as a physical being. And therefore you invite the vibrational frequency of that fear to manifest in your world now. Because you are saying, I am so scared of this, please bring it to show me what it feels like. I am so scared to lose my life, please let me lose my life so that I can feel what it feels like to be nothing. No! Change the way you think. Change your focus. Change your intentions and your life will change. Bring your vibration back into alignment where it must be. And so too shall everything in your life be where it needs to be. I am Diana. I will see you later in a frequency of meditation, which my brother Kutumi will help you through. And if not, tomorrow or tomorrow night or tonight or this afternoon, when you are standing in your house and you suddenly feel a very sharp pain in your bum, you know it comes from me. I don't know.
Thank you.
I am Kutumi, And I come forward upon the rays of love and wisdom to greet thee at this time and to gift unto thee a divine blessing of humour. Greetings, beloved ones. It is with great joy and with great pleasure within our hearts that we gather with you upon this day, as we hold each of you here firmly within the heart of Christ and securely upon the hands of God. Beloved ones, as you have heard and our beautiful goddess have shared with you, the time is now before you to take matters in heart, not in hand. By taking matters in hand, it simply means that you may enforce a frequency that is not desired. But by allowing matters to be installed within your heart, it is the heart frequency that expresses for things to be the way that you intend them to be. One of the most prominent energies that we've tried to eliminate and erase over the years is the frequency of fear. For fear, at the end of the day, is one of the only frequencies that will hold you in such a low vibration that at times you will feel absolutely unable to push yourself into a new way of thinking and into a new way of being. For the fear of that which you fear becomes so utterly powerful that it totally engulfs you. It absolutely takes on the frequency of uncertainty and the frequency of not being good enough, or that you can't validate yourself to claim this energy, to the extent that you spiral down into this endless pit of desolation and destruction, that in the end you are busy suffocating yourself until eventually, give or take, things start to take place within your world to bring that fear into a reality plan. Now, to overcome all of this, especially in this lifetime, and I'm going to be more specific, especially at this time, 2018 on your planet, you are going to need all of the focus that you can imagine. Beloved ones, because of the age of technology, because of the age of Aquarius, because of the space age, and because of the new energies on your planet, and believe me, they are plentiful. Because of all that, your world has become extremely busy. Now, some of you may recall, I've mentioned it a number of times, that to us from the spiritual realms, you look like Christmas trees. Does anyone recall anything like that?
Yes.
Yes. So, if you look at your chakric system, bear with me, be with me for a minute. And if you have to, close your eyes and visualize this with me for a minute, please. You look at your chakric system. You see your chakras and the colors. Then you look at your energy field, the exercises we have taught you, with all of the platonic solids around you, all in color frequency vibration, mind you. Yes? Then you look at your energy field as a whole. Some of you have had ascension chakras activated. Some of you have had higher chakras, lower chakras. Some of you are very connected to your star and earth chakras. You've got all of these energies, these little lights all around you. Then you have your auric field. You have within all of that, the Taurus field, you have your tree of life. You have so many energetic systems in one, all in color and light frequency and sound frequency, that you yourself is like a buzz of energy on your own. Now, if you can imagine that times 7 billion, yes, on this planet, yes?
Yes.
And at the same time, just think in your particular house, what are the devices that you have? Your telephones, your computers, your notebooks, your cameras, all of the electronic devices that you have. Each one of those carry a frequency. So in just your own home, can you imagine the amount of crisscross frequency if you could see it in color and light? You times that by as many millions that live around you. You then go into the grid system of your planet, of your earth, of the houses, your electricity systems, your radio frequencies that are just arbitrary, flying through the air from 1 million miles to another million miles, all done through crystalline frequency. Hallelujah to that. But then go one step further and you see your satellite frequencies being bathed onto the planet. Can you imagine for a minute that from our perspective, if you see things in color and light, this is a crisscross world of electronic mess. And that includes the physical body. Are you with me?
Yes.
So if you look at it from that perspective, do you understand the words I'm saying? Your world is too busy. Your world is too busy. You need to simplify things. And the only way these days it seems that you can simplify things is going within. Which is one of the reasons why we suggest for you to enjoy your time, to relax, because the moment you go into a relaxation mode, like when you are just simply lying, staring into nothing, like when you're sitting next to a tree, like when you're lying on your settee reading a beautiful book, when you do things like that, what happens is the electromagnetic frequency, the pulses that are so attracted between the Earth's ratio, the grids, and your personal grid work begins to cease. They begin to relax. Like attracts like. Yes? Yes. So the more freaked out you are, the easier you feel by attracting freaked outness. Does that make any sense to you?
Yes.
Yes. So by cutting that busy vibration, you are distantiating yourself from the mad mess out there. And there's no better way to say it.
Okay.
And in so doing, you are actually empowering yourself with a whole new frequency of light called balance. So by balancing yourself and keeping yourself in balance, is one of the greatest tools that we can give you to bring yourself back into this physical, into your life, into where you are, yet to cut the cords that are draining your energy. Do you follow me? And we have said this before, and I'll say it again. Get rid of your stress. Get rid of your fears. Get rid of your anxieties about something which may or may not happen. And if you have an absolute obsession with a particular kind of fear, do it in your meditations. Bring it into your reality. Heal it, cut the cord, and let it go. Beloved ones, even though, and this is not in judgment, even though you have not applied yourself in the way that you should, you are far better off than most people running around like a chicken without a head. Do you follow me?
Yes.
And you know that you are guilty of it. All of you, including this channel. And it's not in judgment. But if you can find yourself enough courage within yourself to venture back onto your path of vibration where you belong, everything will shift again. And it will. But do not be harsh on yourself. Sometimes there is a need for you to abstain, even from meditation. For those are the times when you need to bring in other frequencies to align with your new earth reality. But don't venture far off that path. For at the end of the day, that's going to be your saving grace. And you know it. Now, if you will venture with me, let us take on where we left off. Just relax. Let go of everything. Let go of the stress, beloved ones. Feel the love and the healing that is here for you, for each of you. Feel the love and the healing that is intended to touch each of you through all of these magnificent beings present here this day. And understand that this frequency of love extends beyond this room. It travels with you wherever you may go. It guides you even though you believe it doesn't. It protects you even though you may think not. It is there for you. Please be aware of it and work consciously with those of us on the inner planes that is there to love and assist you. Remember the golden rule. The golden rule of communication, whether you want to communicate with us in spirit, in thought, in channel, whatever you want, is the more you give us, the more we give you. That's how it works. So the more you extend your frequency to become closer to ours, the easier it is for us to integrate that and to become a more substantial and clear part of your daily life. For we are not allowed to interfere in your life whatsoever. And when I say we, I mean us, as ascended masters, as angelic realm. There is no interference allowed. The only thing that is allowed is for you to request for us to guide. And then we do. And then we move mountains to guide you if we have to. But we need you to lean further into us. So in saying that, again, you have walked through the crystal path. You have collected crystals under your feet that hurt you. You have seen the beautiful forests on the side. Magnificent mountains. You are in the Himalayas. There are massive, massive, massive snow peaks everywhere. Green trees in between. The crystal path took on a divine formation as an actual set out pattern. You let go of the nigglings under your feet and your toes. You become so comfortable with that vibration. You walked in, and as you thought you were going to reach your temple, your golden temple, you ended up in a cave. Beloved ones, the metaphor of that is to tell you that even though you sometimes think that you are on the path to something so grand that you expect it to be grand, that by ending up somewhere else that may not be that same grandness can perhaps give to you every divine frequency that you desire and need at that time. So you found yourself within a cave. A beautiful cave of crystals reflected everywhere. Beautiful crystals on the walls, the floors, everything. You stood in the very center and you accepted and integrated a divine frequency of love gifted to you through your higher self into your physicality, into your bodies, and then you took that vibration and you reflected it from every one of your chakras, from your entire energy field back into the cave. And then we asked you to remember this beautiful feeling, this feeling of exquisite glitter all over the cage walls and the floors. And we reminded you that that is you in expression. We asked you to imagine myself and Diana extending our energies from either side with two powerful swords meeting, the tips meeting at the level of the apex of your energy field in line with your 8th chakra, and we jolted you again with another spurt of energy as you opened up your wings and the tips of your wings touched the grids, and from that energy it fed a vibrational frequency into your energy field that will help you cope with your life as it currently is by recognizing your part as oneness, by recognizing the importance of not tapping into that which is of a lower frequency to you, thought vibrations, negativity, and to realize that all that you do to yourself, be it negative or positive, is what you're doing onto the earth, and that every negative thought, vibration and frequency is a negative onto the planet. But at the same time, don't get stuck there, because there is just so much that you do without even knowing that is great, grand and positive, and that too has an amazing, incredible reflection and effect onto the planet. And here we are. Beloved ones, you're standing in this beautiful energy and you love it. Visualize yourself standing in the middle of this cave. Simply feel the magnificence of these energy frequencies traveling to and through you. See yourself as a magical, crystalline, angelic form. See yourself as a flame. See your physicality, if you can, in the flame, with the flame all around you. Visualize for a moment the golden and the violet flames that surround you. The golden flame spins and the violet flame is still. Now visualize your wings still outstretched, with the tip of your wings, of your energy, stretching so high it touches the grids that surrounds the planet. It travels and touches the gravity grid, the grid of human consciousness. It travels and it touches the crystalline grid, the Christ consciousness grid. And now, if it's your intent, ask for your energy field to extend further through and to the fourth and the final grid. If you can, set the intent for this to be. For this is the grid that takes you into a whole new consciousness. But it is an energy frequency that you are now working with behind the scenes in your dreams. It is an energy frequency which compared the difference between delta and theta to be like the difference between the third and the fourth grids. The third grid, the Christ consciousness grid, the crystalline grid, the 144 grid, and the fourth grid, which is very much along the line of a gamma grid. It is a much deeper frequency. The final state of your current consciousness is mainly measured in theta and delta. But in reality, you are already extending it much further than that. It's just frequencies that works along gamma rays that are far beyond anything that you've ever experienced consciously. But you experience it all the time, nonetheless. You asked to be awakened, and awakened you'll be. So standing in this cave, I would like for you for a moment to just simply feel the expansiveness of your energy field. Just feel how massive it is in reality. Feel how incredibly part of oneness you feel. You're part of the divine, of the oneness of this world. And in this divine state, beloved ones, understand that you are everything and everything is you. You are God and God is in you. You can never be separated from your Maker and your Creator. It's not possible. The intention is for you to be the best that you can be. And the support is for just that. And that is where expectation begins and ends. To be the best that you can be. And it is that essence, the creative essence of creator consciousness within you, that can never detach itself from you. It's not possible. If it happens, then the physical falls away. You call that death. Then it means that that experience that you've come to give here is ended. It's over. It's come to its end. Then it's time to take stock. So you are pulled back through these beautiful energies, through these magnificent grids and rays, back into the creator consciousness worlds. The various levels of thought, the various levels of existence, and according to your consciousness at the time of detachment, that is where you'll take on and where you'll move into. But the most important thing for you to remember here is, and you are going to say, oh dear, there he goes again, but I'm going to say it again. Remember, there is no wrong and there is no right. It is. So in this isness, in this reality isness, connect with your energy field and this massive expansiveness that is all around you for a moment. In the cave is glittering like a sparkling diamond, an iridescent, multicolored diamond. It is so bright that your brightness and the brightness of that which you give off in this cage, together with your connection to the energy of the earth and that which surrounds her, becomes all one, overwhelmingly so. Falling in love with yourself again. Beloved ones, we've mentioned earlier on about all of the networks in and around your planet, in and around you. Those networks end at the level of your satellites. That directly affects you and your planet. Your energy that I have just taken you through in the last few minutes extended way beyond that. Are you able to feel that? Are you able to expand yourself beyond the norm of this planet? Are you?
Yes, please.
Work on it, because it's your gift. Your gift is you are able to override anything you wish. That's your gift. You didn't come here to live your life with a death sentence. You came here to live your life with a life sentence. And the life sentence is the gift of your awakening, the true realization of your power and your magnificence, and what you came to do with it. Not how you are going to fall down because of it. What you came to do with it. And it's that example of yourself that eventually shifts and changes everyone else. So standing in that magnificence, again, push your energy further than the grids. See yourself much bigger, stronger than the planet. We are now going to ask you to tone that down. We're going to bring all of that energy back into our immediate energy field. Slowly down, bring it down, drop it down until you are your own energy field, which is massive, but it's contained within this immediate space. Now, beloved ones, become aware that even though we have expanded and retracted the energy, your connection to out there is still there. Can you relate to that?
Yes.
Good. It will always be there. In fact, it is always there. The only time when you feel that it's not there is the time when you detach from it. And that's the time when you give in to the lower challenges and the disgrace of fear. But more importantly, allow yourself to stand in this magnificent cave. Feel the sparkling energies all around you. See your chakric system alive. See your platonic solids swinging around you. See your energy field spinning around you. Become aware of your earth chakra, your soul chakra. Become aware of your star chakras, your earth chakras. Become aware of your ascension chakras. Become aware of your energy in this glittering ball of light. Become aware that you are indeed a flame, and that beyond that are the golden and the violet flames, the violet flame on the inner, the golden flame on the outer. The golden flame spins and the violet flame is still. Hold yourself in that frequency. Now in your mind's eye, give thanks for this reactivation of energy in this magnificent cave. Give thanks to the earth for allowing you to come to this place of great simplicity and in the humbleness of her womb to allow you to connect to the humbleness of yours. And as you do so in your mind's eye, open your eyes and walk further as if you're walking deeper into the cave. When in fact you're realizing that you are exiting the cave. You're still in the mountains, but it's spring. All of the flowers are starting to blossom. The trees are magnificent. High up on the peaks there is still snow, it will always be snow. But down below in this valley it is beautiful, it is warm, And it's so comfortable. As you follow the pathway laid out with beautiful polished crystals, magnificent patterns ahead of you as you walk through the forest with the exquisite flowers in an incredible array of colours blossoming all around you. You finally notice that ahead of you, in the far distance, there is your golden temple, your golden pyramid. You can see the entrance. And as you walk and you get closer to your pyramid of light, you notice that there are two familiar beings standing on the outside of the entrance into your pyramid. Being myself, Kutumi, and Diana, with our familiar swords held over the entrance with the tips meeting at the apex of the entrance. As you get to the outside of the pyramid, I wish for you for a moment to reflect very quickly on all of the wonderful accomplishments that you have achieved in your life. The grand things that you've experienced, the times when you just were so happy. Bring into your mind the times when you are still the most happiest. Bring into your mind the children that you have borne, the lives that you have lived, the things that you have done, the amazing energies that you have created and accumulated around you. And allow this positivity, these wonderful vibrations of acknowledgement to filter into your energy field and actually feel your energy field becoming excited about the things that you have achieved. Now step forward and come and stand right in the entrance of your pyramid, at the entrance. Now ahead of you inside is the pyramid. Leave the inside. As you stand at the door entering the pyramid with myself, Kutumi, and Goddess Diana standing on either side of you, holding the tips of our swords as we are about to ignite your energy field, which is what we are doing, I want you to remember the excitement of all of that which you have blessed yourself with over the years, just in this lifetime. Set the intent for that to be increased 1,000,000-fold with all of that which you have blessed yourself with in past lifetimes. And then place this wonderful, exciting feeling that you feel within yourself in a golden frequency of light, into a golden bubble. Now hold this bubble in front of you with your arms outstretched. Hold the sphere of light there. This energy you've now drawn from your energy field, it is everything that is good, amazing and positive. Now take this, be excited about it, give thanks for it, and then physically and in your mind's eye, take this sphere of light, stretch it, and place it into your 8th chakra. And the moment it reaches the 8th chakra, and the tips of our swords punctures this energy. It explodes and it's all over you again. It's everywhere. It's in your energy field. We have now made sure that it's in every nook and cranny that is you, that you've come to be in this lifetime. Be excited about it. You've done such amazing things before. Be very excited about the amazing things that you are going to do again, and do not fear. Do not fear. Now in your mind's eye, give thanks to myself and Diana as you step into your pyramid of light. But before you enter into it, just step slightly into the actual pyramid. And before you go any further into the pyramid, for a moment, acknowledge all that you have shared in that very pyramid. For a moment, beloved ones, whether you can recall it or not, give thanks for every initiation that you have received in that space of love. Give thanks for every candle that you have lit over the years of working with me and Diana. Give thanks for every rose that we have asked you to work on and work through. All of the colour that we have shared with you. Give thanks for every time you have sat down with anyone from the spiritual realm or the unseen world to work with and bring goodness and kindness to yourself and your world and the world of others at large. Give thanks for every exciting reactivation and activation and initiation that you have experienced and that you have been shared with, that has been shared with you, for all of that which you share with others, and all of that which is shared with you. And now in this bubble of gratitude, beloved ones, make your way to the very center of this pyramid. It is massive. It's much bigger now than you previously realized. And your energy field is much bigger now than it's ever been. And the energy field of your sacred personal pyramid of light is bigger now than it's ever been. There is more excitement now than there's ever been. And as you stand in the very center of this pyramid, acknowledge the grace of the gifts bestowed onto you. Acknowledge the earth, the air, the fire, the water, and the ether of all existence that makes things possible for you. Acknowledge your crystalline consciousness, your multidimensional consciousness, your golden consciousness. Acknowledge your smell, your taste, your touch, your hearing, your sound, your expression. Acknowledge all of your senses. Acknowledge your higher senses. Beloved ones, acknowledge the shifting and changing of your DNA. Acknowledge and set the intent for the script of your life to change for the better, the way it is intended. Acknowledge your connection to your higher self. Acknowledge your connectedness with your higher self. And the fact that you have been the same soul over every single lifetime, and you still are. And that the higher energy that you fragmented from is still the same it has been over every lifetime. And that in so many lifetimes you have faced so many challenges and overcame them. And that in this lifetime now too, you are able to overcome anything you need to, because your connection is the same. Your vibrational frequency that connects you to your higher self, and your higher self from its fragmented monad is still the same. And in this bliss, in this magnificence, acknowledge your part of creation. Beloved ones, understand that you are a magnificent being of light, and that can never change. Understand that you are an aspect of creator consciousness that can never change. Understand that no matter how distantiated you feel at times, you can never be separate. You can never be separate. For in truth and reality, we are all one, and in that oneness is the essence that holds it all together, the glue that holds it all together. And that's the essence of love. So for as long as you can express love and to be love, love will be you. And even if you get to a stage where you cannot express love and be love, love will never give up on you, because it cannot. It cannot be anything separate from you. It will simply wait a while for you to realign yourself. And as you do so, the light in you, the love in you, will just become brighter and brighter and brighter than it's ever been. For you truly are love. We will leave you in this divine frequency and continue with this part 3 the next time we gather together. Beloved ones, recognize your love as part of life. Recognize the love you are. Look in the mirror and express to yourself the love that you are. And remember that not now or not ever can you be alone. I am Kutumi. I am the Lord and the Master Kohan of the golden race of love and wisdom, and I greet and I bless thee in love.
Edna, thank you.